Welcome to FCP Euro. Here we are in the Motorsport Garage. This is where we house our two Volkswagen GTI TCRs, as well as our C300 Endurance Racer right behind me. Now what's special about this space is this is actually part of our headquarters. So right to the right we have our retail center where enthusiasts come in every day to come pick up the parts they need to repair their European car. And what's even better is right behind us is our distribution center. This is where thousands of packages are picked, packed, and shipped every single day to enthusiasts like you around the world. Now, this year has been a little different for us. Due to COVID, we've stayed safe and we've stayed here and we haven't participated in events. That said, we have tried to participate from afar, either digitally or dipping our toes into e-racing and other things like that. Now, next year, we cannot wait to get back out into events and meet all of you in person. So if you just want to browse parts for your European car, or you want to learn more about our motorsports team, please head over to fcpeuro.com.
Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go! 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 Yeah, this is it. Go! Let's go! Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it's about to break. Got what it's gonna take.
Round 4 of the Blancpain GT Series Endurance Cup brings us to Spa-Francorchamps for the annual Total 24 Hours of Spa, and a quite outstanding 72-car entry set to do battle for this 24-hour sprint. The weekend starts with the parade into town and then the driver's briefing. And all the cars make the run on the public roads from the circuit down to the town, and the roads are always lined with fans. The town itself is always packed. There are autograph sessions, there are posters being given away, and it's the first time that everyone can soak up the atmosphere of what is a truly great race. The Spa lap is one all the drivers love. From the start, you plunge downhill and go towards Eau Rouge. It's flat if you're really brave, and then there's that really steep climb up the hill, and the road keeps on climbing as the speed builds all the way through Radion, up the Kemmel Straight, and heading up towards Les Combes. This is a good overtaking opportunity. You can dive up the inside, but you've got to get your braking right, otherwise you're off up the escape road. Turn right, turn left, turn right again, out of Les Combes, over the brow, down through Bruxelles, and then you plunge down the hill towards Pouan. This long, fast, sweeping left-hander. There's a load of runoff on the right-hand side if you need it. Then there's the piff-paff, keep dropping down the hill through Campus and then on towards the Cours Paul Frere. Speed building again at this point. You're on the run back towards the timing line, up towards the dauntingly fast left-hander of Blanchimont. Again, there's loads of runoff on the outside line should you need it, but you've then got to get back onto the racing line and set the car up for the bus stop. Hard on the brakes, down through the gears. It's also pit in if you need that. Onto the start and finish straight, past the F1 pits, over the line, and then down towards the hairpin at La Source. Another overtaking opportunity, but it's tight, and oft, if you're in the middle of a pack, there could be some contact before you plunge downhill again onto another lap of Spa-Francorchamps. It's wet, it's the Total 24 Hours of Spa. Welcome along, everybody, to the greatest GT3 race in the world. 72 cars about to do battle, not only against one another, but against the elements as well. David Addison and Bob Varsha trackside, looking down onto a grid full of cars, full of people, Bob, but now full of umbrellas.
And so unlike Spa, we expect rain on any racing weekend here at Spa. We have it in abundance now. After several days of blistering heat and bright sunshine, the rain will only add to the challenge those 72 cars you mentioned are about to face.
And well, let's hear what the drivers think about it, because Maro Engel from pole position is with green flags are ready. The cars are going to be released. We're in business. We're racing. Down towards La Source, Maro Engel it is, who thunders away in the Black Falcon Mercedes, and in the spray, in the wheel tracks. Earl Bamber gets down towards La Source, ahead of Miguel Molina. They're fourth, turning through is Makovici. Foster comes next, and then the Audis are at war already. Stippler versus Rast. There, 98 is Dumoulin, he's all crossed up, and that's going to give Kevin Estre a chance to go through on the inside line. Up into the top 10 goes Kevin Estre as they drop downhill for the first time under proper green flag conditions.
And keep an eye on Earl Bamber. He's going to try and use this opening flying lap of the race to try and get a move on Maro Engel all the way down the Kemmel Straight, and think about making a move up the inside or maybe around the outside going into Les Combes.
You're right about those at the back playing catch-up. The fastest lap has been traded between just about every driver from 30th place and back. Here they come, side by side for the race lead. Almost Bamber gets alongside, not quite. And so it is Engel that hangs on to the advantage. Change for third place. Makovici ahead of Molina and the Audi there running wide. That was Stippler. Stippler going off the road at Les Combes. Has he got back on? Has he gone up the escape road? Frank, where have you got to? Where have you got to? There he is going through just ahead of René Rast, and Stippler comes through ahead of Nick Foster.
Yeah, that was all a bit untidy, a bit unnecessary. Also up into Les Combes on this second flag lap, getting under brakes, overruns the corner. The Ferrari also get caught sliding out to the outside of the corner. There is a lot of grip off the racing line, and many of the drivers will be looking to use that extra grip off the racing line.
Wide goes Rast, and there, look, downhill, Stein Scott-Horst in the attempt to out. He comes up to have a go at Nick Foster now. Where's the grip? Where's the bravery? Foster gives way, and look at the Mercedes on the inside of Maxi Götz. He's got one, he's got two, has he? Yes! Fantastic. Maxi Götz, what a brave move.
Well, he was watching those two cars having their own little battle. He saw the opportunity up the inside into Pouan, put the nose of the Mercedes, and it's a substantial nose to boot, and got track position. Clever move by Max Götz.
the climb uphill. Maro Engel is leading by 1 second. Engel has done the fastest lap of the race as well, a 2:38.6. And now, look, Maxi Götz is under attack once more because Stein Scotthorst comes up to have a go at him. 4th is Molina, 5th is Stippler, 6th there is René Rast. Estra is 7th, and this is for 8th. Side by side, Scotthorst is off the road. He's back on again. Now, did he gain an advantage?
I think he might have done, but certainly what was clear is Kevin Estra's got ahead of Maxi Götz because that pass must have come up either into the chicane or certainly into the source.
Now there, Rast attacks Stippler, their teammates, remember, at WRT. Estra is behind them, looking for a way by, so Götz dropping back ever so slightly. The Audis go toe-to-toe down the hill, and round the outside goes Rast. But is he going to get it back on again, because he's way up the curb? That nets 5th place for him now. That's down the inside, here comes the move, he's going to do it. The gap is there, up the curve, Frank Stippler tries to defend, and actually does defend, comes out ahead. That was great stuff on the outside line.
That proves that the outside line has got plenty of grip. Frank Stippler was able to use that, but look, Kevin Estra, look at the speed he's got on the Porsche up the hill, and that's a little bit to do with the rear traction that the Porsche's got. Again, going to go the long way around the outside. He's going to get it done before they get into the second part, or is he? Wow, whoa. Wow, is he on a mission? On board with the 2 Audi, Frank Stippler.
Up through the gears, 5th.
Now, there's
speed building.
The visibility. It's not bad. There's good peripheral. He knows where he is on the racetrack. The level of water on this part of the racetrack, not as bad as I thought it could have been.
René Rast ahead of Miguel Molina, so we've had a change for 4th place. Look, René Rast is in a hurry, and he's worked his way now up past the SMP Racing Ferrari. Rast, double winner of this event, and now, look, Kevin Estra is on his toes as well. And off the road, number 80 Audi, that's the Audi Cup car, and Andrew Harrianto, it is at Raidillon, and he's done the rear wing, and that's going to be a lengthy delay. Andrew Harrianto, who's an Audi racer, Lamborghini racer in Asian events, and you can see he's got it wrong coming out of Eau Rouge. He's gone across it, he's at pit out, in fact, heading up the hill through Raidillon, so car 80 off the road. This might tell us how it got there, because look in the background, it snaps away, and boom,
yeah, that's in the train known as a tank snapper. He lost the back of the car, an overcorrection. Of course, on wet track conditions, the level of cohesion is nothing.
And that's so early in the race, looks like it's going to be a retirement. That's doomed, that car. As you look back from the Ferrari Miguel Molina's car now, and he's coming under pressure from Stein Scotthorst in the Attempto Audi. Ever-improving team, ever-improving driver is Stein Scotthorst as he goes off the road at Raidillon, back on again. They're going to be absolutely toe-to-toe here. Speed building all the time. Look at this, Ferrari versus Audi. Yeah. Molina on the inside, Scotthorst on the outside.
Yeah, they only had the advantage coming over Eau Rouge. Wave yellow flag still, so you're going to give it back up again. Well, he may well have to give it back up very quickly. Otherwise, that'll be a penalty.
And there is the very sorry sight at Garage 59 of an Aston Martin with a big problem, and all the work being done on the front right corner.
Yeah, whether that's caused by damage or whether that's caused just by another... Oh, Kevin Estra side by side with René Rast as they come out of the pole. FRANCORCHAMPS, and it looks like Kevin Estra's got it down. He's finding a way to get ahead. René Rast, no walk in the park when it comes to being overtaken. So maybe all the work that Kevin Estra was doing by going offline onto the wetter bit of the racetrack has allowed him that extra little bit of life in those wet weather Pirelli tires.
He's done it. Now the next target, of course, is going to be Fred Makovici, another Porsche driver, rival Porsche team. There's the replay of Kevin Estra getting up the inside, coming out of the Cour Paul Frère, named after the great Belgian journalist and racer, a prime mover in the history of the Spa 24 Hours.
So out of campus, Kevin Estra thinking about where can I find a way past the ever-smiling Fred Makovici, who had closed up to the rear of Earl Bamber. Now, Kevin Estra forces the issue, runs 2 wheels on the grass as they come through the right-hander before you get in, and he's going to wind up. He's made it. Has he got around the outside? Can he do it yet again? Yes, he has.
Tell you what, he's a brave boy, isn't he, Kevin Estra? Up into 3rd place he goes. Talk us through this again.
Right, so he gets good drive out of Paul Frère. He goes the long way around. In fairness, Makovici gave him working room. Now, has he done it again? He has. He's got ahead of Earl Bamber. Oh, Kevin Estra, you are a star on a very wet Spa-Francorchamps circuit.
Okay, so he's up to 2nd then from the 6th row. Can he get Maro Engel? Can he get the 5-second cushion pullback before the first round of stops? in the space of a lap. Kevin Estre is on for the race lead before the first round of pit stops. Come on, Kevin.
And the reason for his last lap was 2.5 seconds quicker than Mauro Engel. 2.5 seconds.
2:35, 2:33. Estre with the fastest lap. That was the move on Earl Bamber. You wait for the move against Mauro Engel for the race lead. The way that Kevin Estre is going, absolutely breathtaking. This is what went on a lap ago up at the Les Combes sequence. So you've got Trevalsa there in the Lamborghini going to the outside line of Giancarlo Fisichella. Bentley on the far outside. This is Martin Tomczyk thinking, go on, you lean on each other, I'll just nip up the inside. Look, there's a huge gap, that's all mine, that is, and I'm going to have it.
Yeah, and that's where the Lamborghini, look at the way it rejoins the track, takes 2 positions, and it will have to give those 2 positions back because he did it as an overtake off the racetrack, gained a big advantage.
This is for the race lead. Mauro Engel, Kevin Estre, toe-to-toe. This is great to watch as Estre goes way wide at Blanchimont. He's back on the road, and Mauro Engel gets a bit more breathing space, but only about an inch or 2, and Estre right back with him under braking for the bus stop.
Yeah, Kevin Estre left nothing on the table there as he came through Blanchimont, but it's into the pits for the race leader, Mauro Engel. Never, ever headed when this race went green. He has now been headed. He's into the pit lane. Kevin Estre takes over control of this race. Still the fastest car on the racetrack. His last lap, a 2:35.5. But that was because he was ducking and diving as he came up to this final chicane, and of course then the entry of the number 4 Mercedes into the pit lane again, a fraction of time lost.
Now let's have a look in replay what gives here up at Les Combes. Oh dear, a big lockup. That's the Team Parker Bentley going straight on, and it was 51st, and it was Andy Merrick at the wheel. Andy, remember, had a huge accident here last year. It's great that he's been glued back together and is racing once more, but that was a bit of a scare for him. As there, in 61st place, back into the race is the Jean-Paul Buffon BMW that has a big off, and he's in the wall. Bang! That's a huge off. Jean-Paul Buffon, suddenly the car broke away under braking for Les Combes. Bang, off he has gone. It didn't look to be going that quickly, but it certainly has made an enormous impact into the wall.
You can almost see that coming. He looked up in his mirrors as he hit the braking zone for Les Combes. He saw that the race leaders were coming up behind him, and he looked just that instant too long before he locked up, lost control, and you're right, he pounded the tire wall.
Now let's look at the 3Y BMW again. Let's see if we can work out if something did break. The rubber being flicked up is rubber that's already there. But Bob, your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm watching. I believe he turns in, and I think the right front suspension breaks. Suddenly there's tremendous camber at that right front corner.
Yeah, yes, you might be right.
And there's the bonnet popping up, but I think that's just the air being forced through the intakes. But I think the right front suspension broke on that car, or the wheel perhaps.
Might be right, because when we first saw it on the shot, I thought it was going slowly, as though there was some sort of a problem, and then clearly there was, but maybe we'd just been able to pick up the car when the driver felt he had a problem.
So back to green flag racing, Bob.
Off the corner they come, and Nick Tandy leads Maxi Buick, Michael Christensen, whoever is in that car for Dennis Lind. And off they go down into turn 1. The starlight effect of the headlights tells you just how dark it's getting here at Spa.
So the 563 slips up the inside. Christian Schmidt running, or Clement Schmidt, I should say, running behind. But this is going to be pressure. Maximilian Buch has got the Mercedes, and the Mercedes is so sweet coming through Eau Rouge. The best balanced GT3 car, probably, and marginally quicker through Eau Rouge in the radio than Nick Tandy. You can see the Mercedes getting up to the rear. Tandy having to go defensive, Buch goes to the left, and nothing very much he was able to do, but it's the intent from Max Buch is going to give Nick Tandy what we call on the trade a really good workover.
Oh, using all of the track and then some.
Wow,
oh,
what's
what
that? Big incident. So again, well, that is coming out of Paul Frere, Kurt Paul Frere. We are hearing, we think it might be the Team Parker Bentley, but that's gone off track on the exit of Paul Frere curve and backed it in big time. The right rear of the car heavily embedded into the tire wall. Comes out, runs wide, back end starts to drift. Oh, a tank slapper, and then it goes. Wow, look at the amount of energy that was involved in that impact.
and out of the bus stop we go racing again. Nick Tandy leads the way, comes over the timing line. It's one of the quirks of this race, given the way that we've had the full course yellows and when people have pitted, but at every hour mark, 998 has been the leading car across the first 3 hours of the race. The drive-through penalty for the leading car. Best sector time under a double yellow flag. A drive-through penalty for the race leading car. Now, whether it was Nick Tandy, whether it was one of his co-drivers, doesn't matter. The car cops the penalty.
Hold on. Oh, David, that was bad luck.
So there you've got the car, and it is going to be a drive-through penalty for going too quickly in that double-waved yellow situation. Right, 998, the leader, gets a drive-through. That puts 563 Lambo in the lead. A drive-through penalty for 563 Lamborghini for overtaking in the pit exit. He said that's going to put Robin Frinn's Audi into the race lead. He said that's going to put Robin Frinn's Audi into the race lead. Philippe Bicom here in the Modena Motorsports Porsche, being roughed up.
Ugly, unnecessary.
Headlights now starting to pierce through the descending darkness, up through the Cours Paul Frere. The run now up towards Blanchimont. Is this where Lucas Stoltz is able to go for third place? Let's see.
He's closer this time than he's been previously. And he gets almost under the rear wing of Lucas Auer coming into the first part of Blanchimont, and this is his best chance, whether he can translate it into a clean overtake on the run up the chicane. Auer goes defensive. Watch Alex Riberas, he's the one that thinks he can do something a bit special. He's got Richard Leach directly behind him. Kekhofer in the Aston Martin, Bortolotti. There we go, side by side on the exit, but the number 4's on the wrong part of the racetrack, rubbing door handles as they come down. A gentle little love tap from Lucas Stoltz.
Side by side, Lucas Auer on the inside, Stoltz on the outside, stands his ground, and Riberas is almost with them, and so too is Ricard Leach, nose to tail. The two Mercedes dive down the hill now. Still, Pipo Derani ahead of them in the Venta that they need to lap shortly. Stoltz then, right on the tail. Through they turn, but Lucas Auer drives a wide car, and he's hanging on to position. Now, what about Riberas? Can he get up past the Black Falcon Mercedes? He's getting a tow, he's getting the run. Is he going to go to the inside? He's thinking. A flash of the lights. Is there room for an Audi? No, he's going to have to sit behind and try again.
Lucas Stoltz made it abundantly clear, you're not coming past me, I'm going to block you. And that's why you saw Riberas on the headlight flasher, flashing the back of the Mercedes, saying, I didn't think that was fair. I had a run on you as a clean overtake attempt, and you blocked me.
A leap onto the front of the number 20 Porsche, not using the rip-off screen here, but the cleaning fluid and substance, and down it drops.
He'll not be doing that in my GT3 RS Gen 2 when it comes, David. I can tell you that now.
Never knew one of these cars was a fairground ride. That was quite a drop.
It certainly came off the old air jacks rather rapidly, and there we go. She's rolling down the pit lane.
And here you've got Marco Mappelli rubbing up alongside Kim Louis Schramm and being attacked also by the Darren Burton Mercedes.
And that's not damage to the left rear and the Lamborghini. Yeah. That's bodywork rubbing against the tyre. That'll probably cut the tyre down before he gets back to the pits. There you can see smoke pouring off that left rear.
Great sight, isn't it, now that the light's going, the lights are on, the sparks come from underneath the car, especially when it's heavy on fuel.
Great time of day.
Yeah. There's the Aston Martin in the pit lane, and Marvin Kirchhofer will give way. New tyres, tank of fuel, and there's the sister car that's off the road, 62 with rear damage. That's coming out of the Cours Paul Frere. Matt Parry behind the wheel of it. Oh no, Matt. And does this tell us what happened to Matt Parry? It's going to be Ratcliffe-esque, isn't it? Bobby's up the curb and it just snaps away.
Mirror image, practically.
Yeah. The drive-through penalty for number 2, third place car, Dries Van Voort, drive-through, speeding in the pit lane.
Boy, talk about a race plan coming apart.
And that's going to help David Rigon even more.
Whoops, we've got a Ferrari in the tyre wall.
Treble 4 it is, the HB racing car. Thomas Neubauer at the wheel of it. That, I think, is coming up Radion, but I might be wrong about that. I am wrong, not for the first time. It's coming into the Piff Paff, isn't it? And out of Pouhon. Whoa. Big lose at Pouhon.